Greetings, wonderful well-beings. Wagwan. What's up, guys? I am Keys. Welcome back to my channel. So yeah, I'm on day 2 of my dry fast. Yesterday was cool. It was smooth. I worked yesterday. I didn't touch nothing. I was good. I had self-control, honey. And then today I've just been like chilling. So I'm off today. So today will be. Yesterday was easy, but today will be easy too with the dry fast. I'm good. So yeah, day 2 in effect. But anyway, so I just wanted to make a video about something that is on my mind right now. So I really got the inspiration right now to talk about it. This is a subject I'm very passionate about anyway. But I was watching an Instagram live. Shout out to Leonard_evolutionary. I was watching his Instagram live, and he was like recording. Shout out to you for recording the Red Table Talks, because there's no way I can watch it if I wanted to. But like, I don't know if they have it on phone, but I don't have a TV. But anyway, so I was watching like the Red Table Talk, whatever, and they were talking about sex and stuff, and then they started talking, like at the end was saying how like a lot of women are afraid to lose their man if they're not giving them enough sex, And they didn't say this in the video, but I also see in the man's point of view too. Like if the man, I could see, insecurities in a husband's side of the story too. Like maybe if he's not good enough in bed, or he doesn't feel like he's good enough or big enough in bed, that his wife, might leave him or go sleep with somebody else. It's both sides. You can look at it from the wife's point of view, or the man's point of view. But yeah, and I really think it really comes down to the person, and that's what I'm learning. It comes down to who you give yourself to. And they were talking about a conversation of like they made up this saying called lust bonding. A lot of people are like lust bonding and just like really having sex or want to be with somebody just because, out of lust and physical attraction and stuff. And I definitely could relate to that. I definitely can relate because I have done that. I mean, pretty much my entire past, all my, exes and relationships, whatever, I was that girl who gave my body before like my heart, and really I'm learning. Like I know I'm the type of person who always wanted to know a person's heart, to feel a person's soul, and I want them to feel mine, and understand each other. But just not being guided, like, growing up, like I didn't know exactly how to, handle relationships like that. So I would just like have sex and give my body, and because that seemed like the only way to get a guy to even like take me serious, to even like try to get to know each other. I don't know. I just felt like it was like something I was giving physical first, but really I've always wanted, and I'm like spiritual, emotional. Like I want to know a guy's soul. I want to know deeply about a person. But yeah, I was just, that was my way of like getting to know them, but I would have to, sacrifice my body first, and I did that in a lot of relationships, and that's why I've had a lot of short-lived relationships, because I would rush into a relationship, have sex, and then start getting to know a person, while we're calling each other boyfriend or girlfriend. I would start to get to know them more and like, see their souls and stuff. And I just knew it wasn't for me. And like I said, I just if I feel like it's not for me, and then when I get to know them, it's like, all right, well, this is definitely not, this is not it right here, and just let it go, and I'm left with pretty much nothing but an experience. But I've given my body up. But I didn't give my heart up, really. I gave my body more than my heart, because for me, it is something that's very difficult for me to give my trust, my heart, my love to somebody. And it was just, I don't know, it's just my past, the way it was just easier for me to give my body, instead of my heart. And even when I got around to that point where I really was like done with having sex, like I just wanted somebody to be there for me. I wanted somebody to love me and understand me, and I was still having sex because I still didn't know how to like do it. Like, I don't know. I was looking for a man to understand where I was coming from. And even like I was done, like I had said in another video, like I was done with having sex. Like I was over it in my mind. Like I didn't want to do it anymore. But I still wanted a person. That person. So I was having sex even after I was like really over having sex. Like I was over the big deal about sex. I really wasn't getting pleasure anymore from it. I was just doing it just to connect with a person, but it really wasn't what I wanted. And so like even like I had like a couple relationships after the fact that I was like over sex. And I said it's my other video, like I had actually gotten into 2 relationships where I got into, we had the title or whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, but then I asked them to wait. I asked them to wait for sex. And it didn't go well because they didn't want to wait, because they wasn't the guy for me, the one I was looking for anyway, or what needed to be with. But I had to learn from these experiences. But yeah, they wouldn't wait, and I just wanted to like really get to know a person's soul, and I don't know how long it took about, I feel like a month in both of these relationships before I actually gave in to sex. But I actually wasn't ready still. Even after a month of like making them wait, I just still wasn't ready, because like I said, I feel like it takes time to to get to know a person and feel out their soul and have deep conversations and really like figure out where a person needs healing and stuff. And like I just pretty much just did it just to do it, and then realized that yeah, that wasn't the person for me. And I don't know how I would have known, but like they just didn't understand me, like I tried to be very expressive and explain myself, what I've been through, my past, and why I want to wait, but a lot of guys, they don't hear that. They don't care. Like, and you said you've been messing with niggas in the past, all these niggas, and you want me to wait? Oh, nah, boo. Like, that's how it seems like they feel. Like, nah, oh, you want to get to me and wanted me to be the one to wait. Like, that should make you feel special, really, because she sees something in you that she wants to take slow with you, She really want to see, But a lot of guys, it's not just guys, but just people in their insecurities. Yeah, so, and I get it, like, I get it, because I used to be like that. If I wanted it, I got it, like, if a person make me wait for it, I mean, they don't like me. I mean, I get it. Like, I get how they felt or whatever. But I was just looking for something different. I was looking for them to really see that I was special and want and respect that I wanted to wait, you know. Um, but yeah, that was on my part of just not respecting myself. I should have just respected myself and like stood my ground on what I said, you know. And yeah, I gave in, but and both times like I just realized like, yeah, this is not what I want. Like, this is not what I want. I want to wait to have sex. I want to really get to know a person's mind, a person's spirit, a person's heart before I get their body. Like, I'm so over that. Like, I'm so over it. Like, I want something more than just physical, like a deep bond. And yeah, so I learned from those situations. Just it takes a certain type of person who understands what you're going through, because those situations I needed healing. I shouldn't have been in a relationship. Like, I was needing healing from my sexual past, from from traumas that I've had, sexual, you know, my whole root chakra. Like, I needed healing. And honestly, I seen that they needed healing too. They needed healing in those areas as well, but they couldn't see it. They wasn't at that point, or that they even thought they had a problem, or even could look into that. And I knew that they did. I knew that they had a problem, because they did tell me. I did know about them. You know, I knew things. And both of them, their sexual their sexual past and history, they needed healing too, but they couldn't see that. They couldn't see that they needed healing. They didn't feel like they had a problem. It's like, you know, sex is sex. You know, we all have sex. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, but we both needed healing. But I couldn't get them to see that. I couldn't get them to see that they needed healing too, and that we both should have just been waiting for sex and like really trying to heal each other, help heal each other, like, and understand each other, and like get control and discipline over our sexual nature, because we both needed to. And I'm just talking about like the last two relationships I had, where I was over sex and really wanted a deeper bond, but I had still rushed into them two relationships. But yeah, like, a lot of people like don't want to be sexually disciplined. And I'm at that point, like, I it's been 5 months now. I haven't had sex like that, and that's a long time for me. It's crazy, but I haven't went 5 months without sex in a very long time. Like, I can't even tell you when the last time I've gone this long without sex. But I plan on going longer. Nobody's about to. I don't care what it is. I've learned my lesson. Nobody is about to make me have, like, I'm not about to have sex with somebody and I know I'm not healed, and I know they not healed. Like, we both need to heal, you know. Yeah, it's just it's a process. It's gonna take some time. Like, so that's why I don't even like. That's why dating scares me and everything, because I know most most men, speaking from my point, are not waiting for. They're not waiting for sex. They don't. They like they need that sex. They need that security, you know, especially they insecure. They need to know like a girl's giving it to them so they can feel like that man or whatever. Most guys, yeah, they ain't trying to wait for sex, or, you know, stuff like that. And that's why, yeah, I'm just not even trying to like date right now. I'm not even trying to like get to a point where, you know, sexual stuff is involved. I really just want to get to know a person first, like, and have them open up to me. And I know that's hard, because I feel that, because I have a hard time opening up to people too. But I feel like I'm at that place where I'm just I'm more open than ever before. And Um, I'm also still learning self-discipline myself, and training myself and reprogramming myself not to work off old habits and the same stuff that happened in my past, and not to be that same person and rush and just be friends. And you got to learn that lesson, because it's just so many people out here that don't understand that, and they don't understand that. They're just looking from a physical point of view, just yeah. So I'm definitely looking more of a spiritual point of view, and I feel like a lot of people don't even want to be in relationships these days because of that. And I've even had these thoughts about monogamy and stuff, and feeling like I don't know about monogamy. I don't know, people probably should be, sexually free. There's a part of that I do believe, but then there's another part is it's like, if you have self discipline and self control over your sexual desires, then and sex is not your forefront and the main thing you care about, then it should be easier for you to. It should be easy. I ain't gonna say it should be. Yeah, it should be easy for you to be in a monogamous relationship, and I've thought of polygamy on a different level, on a spiritual level of a building a community. So when I thought about it, really wasn't around sex, but a lot of people and men and even some women just view it as a sexual thing. They don't want to be sexually suppressed or tied down to one person or whatever. And I just feel like there's truth in both of those. But I think it's a lot of people who don't want to be in monogamous relationships because they don't want to sexually discipline themselves, and they don't know how, or they don't feel like it's a problem that they are sexually free. But speaking from my personal life and what I've gone through, I know that it's unhealthy. It can be unhealthy, and it can be a problem. And it's a thin line. I mean, I don't know. I need to open this conversation up so other people can talk to me, because it's a thin line. Because I get the sexually free thing, but then again, it's also a side to look at where it's it's some traumas and some sexual traumas and things in the past that need to be healed, and you don't need to be sexually free. You need to be sexually disciplined. I feel that is facts, because that's where I am in my life, sexual discipline. I feel like if you can't, if you even trying to get into a monogamous committed relationship, and you meet a person and they just just want to rush quick into sex. They ain't even got to know you first. That tells you a lot about a person, that they just want to have sex with you, and they ain't even trying to get to know you first. And then you get with that person and say y'all dating for a while. What's gonna stop that person? I mean, I'm just speaking from just looking at it. What's gonna stop that person that rushed into sex with you, that didn't even get to know you first, from going out and cheating on you after they met somebody who looked good or something? That person has no sexual discipline. That person's not looking for anything deeper than physical. That person just gonna see something they like and want to have sex with it. What's gonna stop them if they don't have sex discipline, self-discipline? What's gonna stop them if not themselves? What's gonna stop them? Nothing. That's why I don't see how I can't trust a person who just who wants to have sex with me that fast and not really know my soul. They don't really know what they're getting themselves into. and vice versa. Like, that's what I'm seeing now. I'm not finna have sex with a person who I'm just like physically attracted to, when I haven't even really got to know them. Like, cause I had some traumas. I definitely had some traumas, and I feel like it just took me too long to even finally get to this point. Like, I should have been at this point. Like, I've been repeating the same habits over and over again, when I should have been sat my ass down somewhere and really thought about it and got to the facts that, why are you giving your body away? You don't even know this person. Like, for real. Like, sex is a very spiritual experience. I'm sure everybody know that. Like, it's so good. Like, it's a spiritual experience. And yeah, I'm just at that point. I've learned my lesson. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. But just, yeah, this video long. But yeah, just, how can, like I was saying, like, how could you trust a person that didn't that that they didn't look for substance? You know, they didn't look for substance. They don't have a standards. You know, some people take standards differently. Like, standards, some people like say they have standards, but like standards as in like, oh, a person got to look good, have a job, getting this much money, have a car. Like, that's a physical standard. I'm more on a spiritual standard. Like, my standards now are like, I need to get to know a person spiritually, emotionally. I want to know a person's soul. I want to have a deep bond and a connection, love and friendship, and a deep bond before physical. Like, cause physical is really, it's the devil. Like, nah, but it's confusing. Like, it confuses stuff. You know, sex is so, like I said, it's so good. You know, you get into it and you're like, oh yes, you know how to whip that thing, but and then you get to know them, and it's like, it's, I'm not, I think that people do connect sexually with their souls. So I feel like if it's good, like, and two people like really into the sex and enjoying it, that is a soul connection. It is. But at the same time, there's something else that soul has that you have to get to know, you know? Because even if it's a beautiful soul or whatever, there still could be so many traumas and so much baggage and so many things that person has gone through, and like, that really needs healing. And if they're not trying to heal it themselves, like, and they're just keep going through life and not trying to heal it and look at themselves, like, and then it's just gonna be that. It's just gonna be sex. That's all you're gonna get out of that relationship. It's sex. Like, it's not gonna be anything else, you know? It's just gonna be physical. And yeah. I've never been that person, but like I said, I wasn't like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how to love. I didn't know how to give. I didn't know how to be emotionally open and really like know what I want, you know how to go about love and relationships. Like, which I wish, well, it's all a learning experience. So I know that I had to go through that for a reason. But I feel like, people growing up, and, it's important for kids to know, or children, or teens, or whoever, to know like what love is, especially just when those sexual conversations happen to start like that. It's important to love a person first before sex, like really have a deep, strong, genuine bond and friendship with a person before sex, because that is most important than giving your body first, you know, because that just confuses things, and it makes you feel like you're in love when you're not in love, and it's just sex. Like, yeah, and I just didn't know that, you know. All I knew was give a man what he wants. That's all I knew. Like, if I like him or I'm feeling him, like, give him what he wants. Well, like, give him a relationship, treat him like a king, like, give him sex whenever he wanted, like. But I didn't know, bruh. Don't with the tears. Bring it down. All right. But yeah, I didn't really learn what to give myself. You know, I didn't learn what I should have been giving myself, and how to treat myself and respect myself. You know, I didn't learn that, and a lot of kids don't. You know, and even on the Instagram, he was talking about like a lot of kids are a lot of people in our generation are built are born out of lust, you know, and most of our parents like wasn't really in love. It was either just lust, just attraction, or just like one of the parents had money or some physical things that made the other parent stay or attracted or whatever, had a baby. It was not based on like real spiritual soulful love. I mean, some of them were, but a lot of them I would say wasn't. And even in our generation now, like, it's like that. Like, I rush too. Like, we want something that we don't know how to get. Like, so we just rush and think. We don't really think. We just do what we know. We do all we can do is what we know, you know. And then just having kids out of lust, having kids out of, you know, feeling needed or feeling needy, or, and yeah, not really getting to know a person first, and then having a split family, and not being able to raise the children in the same household. Like, yeah, it's like a ongoing cycle, you know, it seems like. But I think it takes for us to finally know that, you know, to finally get that, and to stop the cycle. Because I've met some guys that be like, man, yeah, they be like my age, 27, and they be like, oh, yeah, I ain't got no kids yet. And I've heard, and I know some dudes are like totally okay with it, but I've met guys that are like not okay that they're like my age and don't have kids yet. And I'm like, you better chill out. Like, you better be happy you don't have kids. And I always tell them, like, make sure you know who you having kids with. I know, like, babies are beautiful. They're a blessing. I love kids. I love babies. Like, it's a blessing. They're a miracle. You just need to know who you having kids with, because that parent that who you're exchanging souls with is just as important as the child. It's just as important. And I've heard so much stuff. I've heard guys who just want to populate the world, who just want to have sex with different types of girls, different nationalities, just to have mixed babies, just not really thinking about what really matters. What really matters, that person's soul, and how, and are you gonna be with that person, And are you going to raise the child together? And can you be with that person for longevity? Like, yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, slow it down. Like, I know I get it though, you know, but if you're not ready to have a baby, like mentally and emotionally and spiritually, then most likely the person that you attract that in your life at that point or whatever, and y'all have a baby, that she's not gonna be there either. There's still healing that's gonna be needed to be done. So yeah, I'm just at a point where like I know I need healing and everything, and yeah, I'm definitely not anytime soon having sex or trying to have any more kids. And I be thinking about if I'm gonna have more kids, and I feel like it's just really it's really up to me and how far I'm along with my own healing. Because I know when I'm further along with my healing and I've actually established and I'm able to attract men into my life where I can establish these friendships and deep bonds, and I, I'll know that I'm ready, if I feel like me and another person has really got to know each other and really bonded souls, and not just physical. It's not just physical. I just want to have a pretty baby, like stupid. But anyway, so yeah. Man, the conversation was so good. Like, shout out to Leonard Evolutionary for real. That really, for real, like, no doubt. But yeah, this video long. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. But yeah, just wanted to like, and I wish I should have did an Instagram live, but I don't have many people on my Instagram page. So yo, follow my Instagram though. I might, just start doing lives and give people on. I could have did a live on here, but it's not. I don't have many people on here either. But yeah, I think that's important, to open that conversation. And I know that there's women out there who are still thinking based on that physical mentality, that physical level, or, does a man have money? Does a man have, a good job, a car, or whatever? And that's cool and all. Like, it's important for a man to, know how to take care of himself. But at the same time, like, it's deeper than that. It's much deeper than that. But like I said, like, if she's still thinking like that, that means she's still like at a lower level, lower vibration, and still more on a physical plane. And then there's the guys who just, is her body fine? Do she got money? Do she got a good career? Like, how good she look? How is her hair good? Like, like, it's all physical, and that is just not even important. It's not the most important. It's not what people put all their it's what some people put their value in, but it shouldn't be. Like, and yeah. And it's hard out here because most people do think like that. Most people do think like that. And I feel you. I feel you. Like, we're in a world where that's what the moral is, in America. Like, money, jobs, how you look, like. But we're definitely coming into a new age and a different shift, and people waking up. So I feel like things will get better, and just more of these conversations flowing around, and like really for the next generation. Because I feel like, I don't know, maybe like, when you get to like older points, like at our age, if I feel like it takes a lot for a person to like really change their mindset, if they're about the money, and material thing mindset over spiritual, then I think it takes a lot to change that. but I feel like it can be done. But I feel like for the younger generation, like growing up right now, middle school, high school kids, like for them to hear conversations like this so they can know like how to love and not be putting physical over spiritual and emotional, which that's why I feel like social media, they try to push all that out. They're pushing all the looks out, what you got to have, money, cars, jewelry, how you look. They pushing that out for a reason, because that's what they want us to keep, to stay stuck under. They want us to stay stuck and give the kids an image that is what's important, when nah, it's not. I feel like people who think like me and you right here watching this, because I know you feel me if you're still watching this video. So I feel like it's important for us to have more conversations like this and get it out for kids to have different perspectives, and like especially kids growing up who just confused, like for them to see different points of view and know like that is not everything, and that stuff can get you depressed, be depressed because you don't have the physical things, everything that social media is pushing out, because you don't have all the money and all the everything. It makes you depressed when that's really not important. That's not most important, Just love yourself, like know how to love. It's not about physical. It's not all about physical, like. But yeah. All right, this video is almost 40 minutes. All right, but that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm definitely open to like keep this conversation going, talking about it more, like getting it out there, just for people to hear and get it and have that perspective, like. And I feel like men and women, if they're not getting it right now, especially our age, our generation, Pluto and Scorpio generation, if they're not getting it right now, the universe is going to force you to get it. So you keep having sex and acting like, no, ain't nothing, it's just sex, blah, 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 or thinking all about money and physical. The universe is going to show you that you put in too much worth on those things, and it's not going to get you nowhere. And yeah, but that's it, guys. Appreciate you all for watching. You already know we win in wellness, crowns on, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope some people related to this and got some type of inspiration from this video. And yeah, wish you all continuous wellness on your journey. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Peace.